Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news, so, folks, brace yourselves because the NFL landscape is shaking again. And this time, the Dallas Cowboys are right in the middle of a potential game changer. The buzz circulating in league circles points toward a blockbuster trade that could redefine the Cowboys' run game for seasons to come. Reports suggest that the Cowboys are seriously considering making a bold move to acquire Derrick Henry from the Baltimore Ravens. And if this happens, it's not just a headline. It's a seismic shift that could propel Dallas into even more serious Super Bowl contention. Now I know what you're thinking. Derrick Henry? The powerhouse from the Titans who's been a force of nature in the NFL for years. That's right. Henry, a 31-year-old running back who's still in his prime, is the kind of player who can transform any offense overnight. With over 11, 0 rushing yards and 100 touchdowns in his career, Henry has established himself as one of the most dominant runners in league history. And despite a recent quadriceps injury that caused him to miss 2 games, his stats remain phenomenal, averaging over 108 rushing yards per game, with a juke rate of 40% and a broken tackles total of 45, according to NFL.com. The guy is a tank, a true freight train that can break through defenses and wear them down. The Ravens, sitting at 9-5 and fighting for playoff positioning, are reportedly open to trading Henry in exchange for a second-round pick. Why? Because Baltimore's front office is prioritizing strengthening their defensive line, and with a cap space of around $15 million in 2026, they're trying to make some smart moves. The Ravens' run game is already top tier, averaging 148 yards per game, second best in the league, thanks to their offensive line and a solid rushing attack. But losing a player like Henry would be a blow, and they're apparently looking for a significant return. Meanwhile, the Cowboys see this as an opportunity to inject some serious dynamism into their rushing attack, which, let's be honest, has been somewhat inconsistent this season. With a 6-6-1 record, Dallas needs to turn things around, especially on the ground, and adding a player of Henry's caliber could be the spark they need. His explosiveness and ability to break off big runs, 35 runs of 20-plus yards this season, could complement Tony Pollard's speed and create a truly lethal rushing duo. Plus, Henry's 5.3 yards per carry far surpasses Ezekiel Elliott's 4.2, and that kind of efficiency is exactly what the Cowboys need to keep defenses guessing. What makes this even more enticing is Henry's style of play. He's reminiscent of the great Adrian Peterson during his prime in Minnesota, with a vision and elusiveness that make defenders miss and open up lanes. His PFF elusiveness grade of 98 and a broken tackle rate that's among the best in the league highlight just how difficult he is to bring down. And even with the injury, he's still averaging over 108 yards per game, proving that he's still got the juice to take over games when healthy. From a strategic standpoint, this move could be a game changer not just for the Cowboys' offense, but for their entire approach on both sides of the ball. With the acquisition of Henry, the Cowboys could lean even more into a ground-and-pound style, which would help control the clock, keep their defense fresh, and reduce the pressure on Dak Prescott to carry the offense every week. It also helps mitigate the impact of their recent injuries in the secondary, with players like Bland out for the season, making ball control and time of possession even more critical. The impact of a player like Henry on the Cowboys' offense would be felt immediately. Imagine him pounding the ball between the tackles, setting up play-action passes, and wearing down defenses late in games. It's exactly the kind of identity Dallas has been building towards, especially after the struggles against tough opponents earlier this season. The addition of a running back of Henry's caliber could elevate their red zone efficiency, plus 16%, help reduce sacks by 14%, and give them that extra gear to push into the playoffs with confidence. All of this comes at a time when the NFC landscape is shifting. The Philadelphia Eagles have been dominant, and the San Francisco 49ers remain a serious threat. But the Cowboys are looking to carve out their own path, and acquiring Derrick Henry could be the move that puts them over the top. The sportsbooks are already adjusting their Super Bowl odds, raising Dallas from plus 1,500 to plus 400, signaling that the betting markets see this team as a legitimate contender if they make this move. The AFC is stacked, but the NFC is wide open, and the Cowboys want to make sure they're the team to beat in January. Now let's think about the broader implications. The Ravens, in a transitional phase with Lamar Jackson potentially looking for a contract extension, are making some tough decisions. Trading Henry might be part of a larger retooling, especially since they're balancing cap space and roster needs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this isn't just about adding a star, it's about making a statement. They're signaling that they're willing to go all in, to push their chips to the middle of the table and chase that elusive Super Bowl again. The potential for Derrick Henry to come into Dallas and forge a new legacy is exciting. We've seen players like Emmitt Smith leave their mark on the franchise, and Henry has that same kind of powerful, explosive running style that can define a team's identity. Imagine him creating those iconic moments at AT&T Stadium, breaking through defenses and etching his name into Cowboys lore. That's the kind of impact this move could have, not just on the field but in the hearts of the fans. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. Injuries, fit, and chemistry all play crucial roles. But the Cowboys have a solid offensive line, a capable quarterback in Dak Prescott, and now, possibly, the missing piece in Derrick Henry to truly make a run. It's a bold move, but in a league where playoff success often hinges on having star power and depth, this could be exactly what Dallas needs to take that next step. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, fans are buzzing. The possibility of Derrick Henry donning the star at AT&T Stadium has already sparked conversations across social media, radio shows, and fan forums. Everyone's speculating about how this could change the Cowboys' identity and what it means for their playoff push. Will Jerry Jones pull the trigger? Will the Ravens accept the second-round pick? Either way, the NFL world is watching closely, and Cowboys Nation should be ready for some exciting developments in the coming days. The Cowboys coaching staff, especially Mike McCarthy and their offensive coordinators, are known for their adaptability. They've shown a willingness to lean heavily on their run game when needed, and adding a back like Henry would give them a versatile weapon they haven't had consistently this season. It would also open up more opportunities for Prescott, allowing him to play action more effectively and keep defenses honest. And let's not forget the emotional and psychological boost this kind of move provides. In a division where the Eagles are flying high and the Giants are fighting to stay afloat, Dallas needs to show they're still players in this game. Securing Henry would send a clear message. The Cowboys are here to contend, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to bring another Super Bowl trophy back to Dallas. In the end, this potential trade isn't just about adding a star running back. It's about reasserting the Cowboys' dominance, about making a statement to the rest of the league that they're in it to win it. Whether it's in the playoffs or in the history books, a move like this could define the franchise for years to come. As the NFL season unfolds, keep your eyes peeled, because if this deal goes through, it might just be the spark that ignites Dallas's march toward another Super Bowl victory, echoing the glory days of Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman, and creating new legends for future generations of Cowboys fans. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.